Hello, hi guys, welcome back to Pure Mind Podcast, and I am still your host, the Black Queen herself. So, if this is your very first time, hello, you are so very welcome. By the way, a brief thank you to everyone who have subscribed. I am so grateful. I am so honored. Honestly, I feel blessed. I'm so pinching myself. I'm sucking in all the love. Thank you guys so much. And for today's episode, it's going to be, for today's topic, I'm just going to walk you guys through my working experience. I think most of you guys already know that I was a student and working at the same time. It was challenging. It really was. But of course, I chose my struggle, and I did both. I did both because, hey, your girl had to get her hair done, She had to look good, look like someone who take care of herself. So the only way to do that was getting a job, I'm a believer that if you want something, work for it, go get it, It's not going to come and say, hey, I'm Mr. 200 euros, I'm here, take me. No, you have to go and work out your butt for it. And that is what exactly I did. Went out, got a job, and okay, this is the tough reality, but I must tell you guys, I got this job because I knew someone. Yes. So this someone just hooked me up, and I was eligible to work. That is how everything ended up, But normally it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. If you're out there planning to move, going somewhere else, and yes, it's a good thing. Yes, the struggle is real. You have to know that it's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be hard, but keep going. Don't give up. It's good to change environment. Otherwise, for me, when I'm in an environment or in a place for so long, I feel dumb. Yes, I do. So I kind of need to move a little bit. This is me, and yeah. So I met this person, of course, in the university, and talked to her. I was going through some hard time, and I told her, and she was, we're just trying, I was like, oh yeah, sure, that would be great. And she talked to her, and then we arranged for a meeting. We met up, and she asked me, what's your name, where you come from, how old are you, and what are you doing here, what are you studying, what are you, blah, 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 a few things. And she was like, okay, cool. And then on that fateful day, I had one lesson. She attended it. She saw how I was with the kids. She was like, congratulations, you got the job. And that is how everything unfolded for me. And I started working. I worked with kids just 1 hour, and not every day. It was thrice a week. I got something that was kind of good. It helped me push through life. And it wasn't challenging because honestly, I would leave classes. After the classes, I'll go take the bus, go to school, and then have my lessons with kids. I was gonna say lectures. I think it's the same thing, if I'm not wrong. And when I'm done, I would wait for. Okay, normally by the time you're done, the parents are outside, waiting for the kids, because I would start from 4:30 to 5:30, and then I'm done. And the kids would go home, and I also go home, go where I live. So that was it. So every day it depends. For example, if every Monday you're supposed to be in this place, you be in that place every Monday. And then every Tuesday, if you're supposed to be in the other place, you'd be in that place. So we never crossed paths so much with my boss. We didn't work in the same place. Just gave an update of what happened, if something had happened, if all the lessons went well, if the parents wanted to know something. And yeah, that is it. And for, if someone asked me, was it hard? I don't know how to answer it. I want to say, because if someone say, how was it? Was it hard? Was it challenging? Was it easy? I want to say easy, but not so easy. I don't know if it makes sense, because yes, it was easy in that you just left classes at 4. You were supposed to be there, and then at 5:30 you're done, and then you'll be back. So pretty much it looked like it was 1 hour, but it's actually not 1 hour, because leaving from where you live to your workplace, it could take you like 15 to 20 minutes. And then you have to be there at least 5 to 10 minutes earlier. So that's like 30 minutes. And then when the kids come out, so they need to rest, because our lessons were after their classes, and their classes ended at 4. So at that time, the kids are really tired. So you had to make sure that the kid liked what you're telling them. They liked the way you told you. They liked, chatting and learning and, getting to know all these things, because language is very funny. You have to like your teacher. So also making sure that the kids liked you or loved you was very good and very important. And because their parents would ask them, do you love, your activities that they were chosen? Because there are other activities. They could choose music and dancing. They could choose English with us. They could choose, gymnastic, other stuff. So if they had chosen to learn English, so you really had to be, good at what you're doing. And yeah, but learning or mastering how kids behave or their characters was very important, because as the moment you know it, everything is now easy. And then when we're talking of time, at the end of the day, it's more than 2 hours, to be honest, okay? And it is that, but also it was fair, so I felt like it was totally worth it. It was fine. And no work drama, because the moment you left your place, you just came straight to school, you meet the kids, and then you do whatever you're doing with them. And then when they're done, their parents, and you're off. That was my experience. And for other people who got other jobs, it is never easy, because learning the language was so hard for me, because I have a heavy tongue. I can't pronounce certain words. Up to now, if I'm saying something, yesterday I went out with some of my friends, and if I was talking, I would look at this guy and like, just all, because I wanted him to tell me. And there were all these other people. So I always feel, a bit shy, and I think I'm going to mispronounce something, or I'm going to say something in a wrong way. So I just felt comfortable speaking English, and not a lot of people speak English, to be honest. And in order to get a job, you have to communicate, and the communication is learning the language. And within the short period of time, you cannot learn the language to enable your work. But for me, I didn't need to learn the Italian language work, because I was pretty much working in English, and speaking English was all I had to do. I wasn't even supposed to speak a single word in Italian, which was good for me, because the parents wouldn't be so happy with it if their kids told them that I was speaking Italian, which for me, it was a good thing, because I'm like, I don't even know, of course I knew a few words here and there, because sometimes if they're misbehaving, you have to talk to them so that they don't stay or do something that you do not want them to do, so that they can behave. And sometimes you have to say it in Italian. But you can also say, you know, I think the kids also know if you're talking to them well, they can tell, and if you're not talking to them so well, they can tell. But I mean, for me, I'm also fragile. I'm like kids, so all the way was good for me. So I never had problem. But other people really do, because you have to learn the language and communication and doing this. So, and also the reading, if you're supposed to read something and it's not in English, it is challenging. It is challenging. So if you're there and you're planning to go to a country that is non-English speaking country, then prepare for all that challenge. But you can also be lucky and, you know, you get a job with an English speaking people or company or something, and you'll still be as fine as I was. So it's not a big deal. And for me, it was that. Even if I know it is not right, you know, I feel like in order for people to get a job, as long as someone is qualified, you're good to go. But it is what it is. Sometimes you have to know someone to get somewhere. And this is the actual reality that we live in. It's not nice, but it is what it is. We have to accept that. And a few people benefit from it, and majority don't. And it is what it is. Because even currently, I work, I mean, somewhere in the morning. I also got that job because I knew someone. So the chain continues because why? Because I don't know. That is the case. But for me, if you're doing both, try to balance, because for me, I didn't want working to consume all my time, to take away all my time, because I feel like most of my time are for studying, to catch up for the lesson. So there was it wasn't cool if I was gonna miss out. I didn't want that, and that was it. And I balanced pretty well because it was at 4. So for instance, I would leave at 3:50 or 3:45. The bus used to be at 3:48 or 3:52, and from the university just sloped down to the bus station, so it was really close. So I attended 95% of my lessons, because also some lessons used to be in the morning, so in the afternoon I got no lesson. So it was to my advantage. And my number one priority was studying, and then working came in second. But I still did everything well. I balanced, and it sounds like bed of roses, but it wasn't, because now that I'm explaining, I'm talking about it, it sounds so cool, but it wasn't that cool when I was going through it. Sometimes it was terrible. It was. Because to be honest, sometimes you're really tired from just the lessons, from, you know, studying, from the exams, or from these. And just thinking about it, you get crazy. You go crazy sometimes. But hey, nothing is easy in this life. So everything is hard, and you have to be a little bit aggressive to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. And I mean, either way, I made it. And that was my small experience. So by the way, I have, I mean, the person is not here, but the person is going to be here very soon. And they are going to tell us a little bit about, because some people actually did both as well. They studied and they worked. So we shall see a little bit of their, you know, experience. We shall share it, and I will do the listening with you guys. And if I have to ask a few questions here and there, that is all I would do, and that is it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for sticking by. If you've made it up this far, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend that they should make the commitment by joining the family. Until next time, bye, guys.